4th of June. Longer has elapsed between our videos than I intended. I got very engrossed in the work that I was doing, which was some work about essential oils for mental health. Now I'm going to put you a link at the bottom so you can have a spy. I'm asking for your help. Please go and watch the videos and comment on them. The more comments that I get on YouTube, the higher it will rank. So if you think it's any good, say so. If you think it's rubbish, just put, you look nice today, Liz. Something like that. So, I've done a little video for you in a minute of the roses. Because, my goodness, what a year. It's a song, isn't it? It's a good year for the roses. It really is. Ours look magnificent. And I'm very sad to know that they're going to be gone soon. So, I did some little snippets this morning to do the beginnings of a course, little free YouTube thing again, videos about rose essential oil, what's it for, all that jazz. Because you know what, once upon a time I wrote a book about it, so let's see if we can sell some of those books, Rose Goddess Medicine. But in the meantime, I think it's time for a card, don't you? So one for me, one for you. So which card do I want? Be nice, be nice. One's about getting the video going would be nice. I'm going to go that one. Oh, it's always the same, isn't it? Peppermint, always the same. It's getting very creased, this card. Not happy. I don't like peppermint. Don't like it. Although I have bought a few mint plants, including an Egyptian mint. So perhaps I can con myself with some plants rather than the oil. I really hate peppermint oil, but it's very good for focus, obviously, and drowning out negative thoughts. What do you need? What do you need? What do the lovely readers need? Ooh, this one's popping out. This one here. Patchouli. Oh, I want to swap. Let's do best of 3. Patchouli. I love the poem to Patchouli. I'll do yours first. I wrote this in 10 seconds flat, and I'm sure you'll say, yeah, you can tell this. But no, I don't think you can. It's called, keyword, is harmony. So, there's a beat, the song of patchouli, deep in your heart, whispering patchouli, releasing stress, soothing patchouli, grounding space, stroking patchouli, anchoring thoughts, peaceful patchouli, energy down in the pelvis patchouli, kundalini climb, sensual patchouli, come back to yourself, feel me, patchouli. I wish that I'd looked at the astrology, because that's very, I've got Venus in the 12th house, and that's very Venus in the 12th house. But what else is going on that everybody else needs, I wonder? Venus is going retrograde, I guess. So, ruled by the earth, so nurturing medicine. It's about knowing you have abundance and looking after the abundance. It's the time of the harvest, isn't it? And it's ruled by Mercury, Gemini, Aquarius. So Mercury and Gemini really are very similar. Mercury rules Gemini. So that's about information, data, flow of communication, backwards and forth. Teacher and student archetype. Yeah, very interesting stuff. Aquarius, though, I genuinely believe we are in the dawn of the age of the Aquarius. I do think that's what's going on. And Aquarius is about the individual and the collective together. It's about innovation, about changing things, thinking things. It's about being part of the group, then realising you're better than the group and breaking free. Now, to me, in the context of what's going on in the world at the moment, that really feels like talking about, wrong one really, really feels like the stuff that's going on with the Black Collective, really, and the descent between blacks and whites, and this, especially the white people, European, Caucasians, feeling like they want to do better, but they don't know how to do better. And being really focused on getting as much information as possible, learning absolutely everything that you possibly can to rise above, to stand above and be different. And hopefully that everybody else will follow. See where it comes from? Collective, individual, collective. It's always about raising the boundaries, being something extraordinary for people to look at, up to. But what happens in that dynamic is there is always this feeling of disdain. I've done better. I really don't like the way you're carrying on. So just, if that's you, just be careful, because probably you were doing it that way a little while long ago. But it's really important stuff, learning to stand up and become more so that everybody else can. It's how innovation happens. It's how growth and evolution happens. Really important. That's really interesting that came out. And remember, Mercury, as I say, communication, ideas, data, thoughts, words you say. The words you say are extremely important. That's completely mercurial. But not so much as Neptune is the higher octave of Mercury. So you see things like deception. So it's communication gone bad, deception. But mercurial can also mean a bit of a trickster. Not exactly what you're being told one thing, but it's not necessarily what's going on. And that's interesting too, isn't it? That everything around us, what do we believe? What do we believe? I don't know. The only thing I believe at the moment is don't turn the telly on. Don't turn the telly on and wash your hands. Oh, and funnily enough, Gemini rules the hands. If you haven't watched the knowledge base, it's interesting. I'll throw a bit out there actually. So probably one of the most famous Gemini people in the world at the moment is our Boris. And the way that he's so good with his words, but the way he talks with his hands as well. It's very childlike, you know. It's quite oversimplistic, but very clever. Geminis are very clever, very thought. It's the thought process is fast, but the way they talk with the hands. Watch the hands. The hands are the way that you are being tricked. Very, very Gemini, as I say. Rules the hands, so hand washing as well. Interesting. A lot more interesting than mine. I'll go back and do mine in a bit. See if I can see more in there than I could. So its energy is neutral. It nourishes yin. So it says calm, be passive, absorb this. But it also resolves damp. Well, I don't think any of us are struggling with rain at the moment, are we, so much? But it calms Shen, and Shen is those nebulous thoughts rushing, calm. And in the poem it says, energy down in the pelvis, Patchouli, it drags everything down. So if your head's spinning, and you think, I just don't know where to turn with this. Who the hell isn't? Down. I'm stealing your oil. Stealing it. Increases kapha. Watch your bums. You're going to be sitting still for a long time, but it is, isn't it? It's almost like the couch lock, isn't it? It's down, sit down. Reduces vata, so it calms the nebulous thoughts, but also dryness. It stops the dryness. So if we're thinking about how my hands are all right at the moment, but at the beginning when we were going, see, I'm still operating in lockdown, although we're allowed to go out, I don't very much. So I'm not having to wash my hands a lot. But before we went into lockdown, very, very chapped hands, very, really struggling from all the hand washing. And Patchouli, excellent choice. And reduces pitta. Stops you biting people's heads off, but also cooling. No more sharp tongues. There's none of those here. None at all. Right then, let's see what mine's got to say. I'm very upset that the corner's folded now. So we've got a teal stripe down the side. So we're right at the front of the book in the aromatics. It's actually really appropriate. I really find it weird. Moonlight reflected on the waveless sea, constellations easily viewed in the absence of clouds. Navigator stands steady at the helm of the ship, effortlessly driving the ship to its course. That is I. Alleviating distractions, stilling the mind. Where concentration is peaceful, hear me call loud. Raising your focus in a sound tunnel where nothing else is heard. Riveting. I demand attention. Concentrate with my icy cold glare. I insist you take notice and important thoughts prepare. Ruled by wood. That's about reaching out. Starting to come out of lockdown, really. Branching out, being more social. It's the time of spring, really, after the winter of being hibernating, and time to start reaching out, but also earth, just like you've had. Time of plenty, abundance, and harvesting what you've sown. Harvesting off my essential oils for mental health. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. But solar plexus. Now, I do need help with the solar plexus at the moment. I am having some wobbles. So that is good. So just helping. Do you suffer from imposter syndrome? I do. I think. Maybe I'm not. I'm really not rubbish. Really not good. But I do spend a lot of time going, oh, get on there. You stop beating yourself up. You're better than you think you are. Hopefully. But so solar plexus is about willpower as well. So I could maybe try to stop eating. But I've got a little tea party this afternoon. So maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Or maybe Peppermint might take the reins there. But the interesting thing is Virgo, ruled by Virgo. Now, I don't usually need to have that much Virgo in my life, because I have a husband who is Virgo Libra cusp, a sister who is Virgo, brother-in-law who's Virgo, a son who is Virgo, and my stepdad was Virgo. And if you ask me, I'd say I bloody hate Virgos, but I don't. When I think about it, I don't. But tell you what I find really difficult is their perfectionism. The way that they... Andy, my son, he's a computer programmer. He's a software engineer. And I'll say, how was your day, darling? And he'll say, I've had the greatest day, Mum. There was this piece of code, this line of code, and it was really messy. And so I worked on it. It's so elegant now. I'm like, good. But that is typical Virgo, that they like to see the grime of life, where things are wrong, and make it better. Now, the reason why it made me smile is because the strong silent one has started to work with me in the business a little bit to help me move things along more. So I've been teaching him to edit and to do keywords and stuff, and do the stuff that I hate. And he goes, checks it, and he spots every single mistake. And I go, I've made another one, I've made another one. And I'm sure it's no surprise to you like how many mistakes I make, and I'm just not a completer finisher. So it's very nice to deal with that. But obviously the completer finisher now, the meticulous Virgo, is going through with a fine-tooth comb and going, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. So I'm going... Concentrate harder, lady. Concentrate harder. Start to understand the system. We'll see, we'll see. So that's interesting, isn't it? So there is your reading. Well, Thursday, I think we should say, let's take this for a few days and live with Patchouli, because when I think about it in that vein, so much to offer us right now. So much. Also, it's great for weekend sex, but I never said that. So have a lovely time. Please, You'll see that the video, the email now is quite ordered. It's my version of ordered, so I'm sure it will be reconstructed again by somebody else, but at least all my things are in one place now. So if you want to have a look at the courses, if you think, right, I really fancy doing the professional pain practitioner, or I want to do, I think that Liz probably can help me get my business back up and running. I really don't know where to start. I've put all of the things in place for protecting the patients from the germ, but what about the business side? I want to do that. Remember, that's reduced to £9.95 at the moment. The summit is in there as well. So if you think, right, I would love to just go back and watch all those lovely 60 different lectures about aromatherapy. It started off as £575 when we first launched it. But it's usually on sale for £245. It's £39.99 at the moment. So if you think that each one of those videos is around about 3/4 of an hour long, plus there are bonus videos in there too, some business ones, some things about dowsing, all different things in there. So that can be found. And if you think, well, I really like doing the aromatherapy, but I'm not actually at the level where I want to do a professional qualification, remember what I've said before. My beginner's course is apparently so good that on the of course platform that it's on, they call it the advanced aromatherapy course. It's really not. It's right from the beginning, but it's 15 oils in depth, and there are, I think, 97 videos in there or something close to that. So that's on offer too. And don't forget the books, the books. I'm starting to sell a few more books again now that people are not having to wait 6 weeks for a delivery. So that's good. So, and of course, there's links to the tongues of the cheese and to the knowledge base. If you want to understand this part down the bottom much more deeply, there's your videos. Just in case it's not clear, they're two different things, so you pay for them separately. £24.95 from Fragrant Earth if you want the cards, and of course you do. And those of you who think, right, I want to go deep into this, and you want the knowledge base, £45, and you get delivered immediately because it's a digital download. So after all that boring stuff, remember to go and watch the blog post below. And now I'm just going to show you the roses. See you soon. Happy June the 4th. I promised I would be back when the roses were out, and here they are, my beautiful pride and joy. I'll show you my face in a bit, but I can't believe that I'm anywhere near as beautiful to look at as these gorgeous things. I'll give you a close-up so you can see all the different shades there are of lemons and apricots, and we need smell-o-vision because you cannot believe how beautiful it smells. So let's give you, as you can see, it's all rose arches. My clever husband. Gorgeous. The only thing is they only flower once, so they'll be over soon. I was really frightened yesterday when it rained. I thought, oh, that's it, they're all going to be gone. Can you see the pink ones here? Aren't they lovely? Again, these are like little confetti, and they're gone in seconds, really. Little pink one to see up there. Yeah. And then I'll go outside of the garden, and you'll be able to see the ones in the rose gardens better. Here we go. Excuse the car. Also, I should point out the geraniums underneath the roses because they're so beautiful. So we have more up here. So this lovely pink one. Don't ask me what the name is, I don't know. But behind it is Malvern Hills. Beautiful, and that one does repeat. That will stay in flower all through the summer now. I'll show you my white poppies. Aren't they lovely? And again, no idea what this one is. We inherited it, but the fragrance on this one is stunning. And then there's white ones down here. And here. And that was some kind of crash from the hedge cutter factory. So this one here is Golden Celebration. And I don't know if you can see the red ones behind. They're all down there, flopping, going the wrong way. And then this lovely thing. This is a beautiful one. Again, an inherited one, so I don't know who it is. This one's going over now. This was all covered in red, sorry, in yellow. And then there's red ones coming through the bike. This one here is Buff Beauty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then pink ones, and Dad's isn't out yet. I'm just going to pause you for a minute while I go up the steps. This is Rambling Rector. Standing right by the tape recorder, that's not the best plan, is it? Let me show you this. The Triffid hasn't quite come out yet, some kind of yucca, but I don't know what it is. And lovely patio rose. This one is Lady of Shalott. Oh, we've got the gardener in the back. Say hello, strong silent one. And then I want to show you just one more over here. I think I meant to turn it off in the middle. Excuse the upturned. Actually, no, there's no stopping me. That one, Strawberries and Cream. This beautiful one. And then just look at that. Isn't that magnificent?